Thousands of people have visited Durban beaches to celebrate the start of the new year. Many say it's become their tradition to go to the beach each year on this day. The good weather helped to attract a lot of visitors. Lifeguards had their hands full as they tried to control the growing crowds. Durban Metro Police is expected to release a full report later. Meanwhile, more than 120 undocumented foreign nationals were arrested at the Durban beachfront during Police Minister Ethekwini's walkabout. They applauded beachgoers for obeying city bylaws and not drinking in public. I'm now joined on the line by the Deputy City Manager of the Ethekwini Municipality, Phillip Sithole. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News tonight. So around 300,000 people were reported to have visited Durban beaches in just 1 week in December 2018. Do we know what the number is for 2019's festive season?
Well, the numbers to speak right now, they have exceeded more than 500,000. The number of people who visited the beachfront during this festive season. This excludes numbers from Amandintoli and Tlangaro.
Do you have an idea then when we'll know exactly how many people visited the KwaZulu-Natal beaches in totality?
Well, we are anticipating that come Sunday, the numbers of people who would have visited Durban and other beaches in KwaZulu-Natal would have exceeded a million mark, as was anticipated beginning of the festive season.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people to be visiting the beaches, so I'm sure you had measures in place such as lifeguards and law enforcement. Talk to us about the numbers of law enforcement that you deployed as well as safety measures.
Well, actually in Metro alone, the number of security guards, including Metro police officers that were at the beachfront at all times, were not less than 200. Officers a day. So it means within 24 hours, people who were manning the beachfront and surrounding areas were not less than 200. So that's the number that was deployed by the Ethekwini. But there are other numbers that were coming from South African police services and other security agencies. But the reason why we deployed more numbers this time around is because we wanted to make sure that there is no drinking at the beach and there is no criminality that takes place there, because that's what destroys the image of the city, and also that's what makes visitors not to go to some of our beaches because of high levels of unintended consequences that normally happen there. So this year we are very excited that up until this point in time, everything has been very smooth, and we hope that in the next 3 days, we're not going to have any negative incidents.
We know that with a large amount of people there are measures in place, such as giving children armbands to make sure that they don't get lost. Talk to us about that.
Yes, this is a program that we started years back, and it has worked very well. We have not, in terms of the records we have, up until now, there is no child that has gone missing. Except that maybe for an hour or two, a parent will be separated from a child. But because of the wristband that has been issued, where phone numbers of parents are written, we've been able to connect those kids with their parents. So, as a Ethekwini, we think the measures that we put in place in making sure that we don't lose life and we also don't lose kids at the beach have worked and worked very well.
Okay, so one of the things that we're reporting about the beach and what's taken place there is that 120 foreign nationals were arrested on Police Minister Ethekwini's walkabout. Do you have any details on that? And surely there must be more people that were arrested, perhaps that were not foreign nationals.
Well, I don't have any details about foreign nationals that were arrested. But we will applaud that if it happens, because only documented foreign nationals must be in the country. But from tourism point of view, we encourage international visitors to come to South Africa and come to Durban, as long as they're all documented and they've gone through Home Affairs. Those who need to have visas, they must come with visas to South Africa as well as Durban. Other than that, if people are involved in some form of criminality, then police will have to act and act swiftly.
Okay, let's go to the fatalities on the roads in Durban and in KwaZulu-Natal. We've heard from the Premier that there's been a 7% drop compared to last year. Talk to us about what factors you think led to this drop, and if by the time the numbers are collated at the end of the festive season, you expect to see more of a drop in fatalities.
Well, we're praying that there should be no increase in the number of fatalities. And the message that we've been sending out as Ethekwini is that drinking and driving is not going to be tolerated, and it has not been tolerated. And besides police that were deployed in the city center, we also deployed a big number of our own metropolitan in various key points within the city. So we believe that also contributed to the numbers that we have now in terms of the reduction. And we hope that it's not going to increase.
With hundreds of thousands of people visiting the beach over the festive period, of course there are dangers, as you've talked about, children getting lost, law enforcement, people perhaps not behaving properly. But there are many benefits, especially to people who have businesses there and to the economy of the places that they are. Do you have any initial numbers of how much tourism, local and international tourism, brings into Durban during this period?
Yes, well, we were anticipating that come mid-January, when we come to an end of the festive season, the city would have generated more than 2.7 billion rand of income to the city's economy. And we're very confident that we'll reach that target. In terms of hotels, in the last 2 weeks, hotels, the main hotels along the beach and the city, between 86 to 90% full, which is a good indication that South African and international visitors have descended together. And we also appreciate the fact that we now have international airlines. That has a help in terms of international tourists coming to the city. So 86 to 90% occupancy at the hotels is a very positive indication that the 2.7 billion direct spend by visitors, I'm certain that will be achieved.
Phillip Sithole, the Ethekwini Municipality Deputy City Manager, thanks so much for your time joining us on the phone line there. Let's go to the Eastern Cape now.